How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash the hell out of that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk this boxing today, man. Triple G Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo Alvarez, you guys. It is going down the trilogy, the third fight. I think both guys are definitely ready for this fight, man. It's gonna be an action-packed showdown. Somebody's getting iced. That's what Canelo Alvarez said out of his own mouth. I think Canelo Alvarez has a leg to stand on with that, you know. And Triple G is pretty much saying that, look, I don't know what this guy's talking about, but it's not personal for me. Canelo Alvarez is saying that this fight is personal to him. And these guys are going back and forth, you guys. These guys are going back and forth. They're throwing jabs at each other. You know, Gennady Golovkin is just trying to be pretty much. It sounds like he's not looking too much into it. You know, maybe that could be a good thing, you guys. You know, mental warfare can break a fighter down. We've seen it many times. Is Gennady Golovkin in Canelo Alvarez's head? Mind you, Canelo Alvarez is coming off of a Demetrius Bivol upset loss. That was just a couple of weeks ago, man. And so for him to be already jumping back into a fight and it being Triple G, this is no gimme, you guys. Both fights were very dangerous, and when a lot of people wrote off Gennady Golovkin as of late, we've seen that he beat a real cagey veteran. And he went out to Japan and do it in Murata. A lot of people didn't think that Triple G was going to be able to get that done. Some say Murata was going to be too much. Gennady Golovkin iced the shit out of him, man. And it was one of those fights where I was like, wow, man, this really happened, man. This guy really iced this guy. And, but I believe I picked Gennady Golovkin by, I was not too far off. I think it was either unanimous decision or 10th round knockout. It might have been even sooner than that. I got to go back in the archives. You guys got to go check out my breakdown. But I definitely made a breakdown. The merch is here too, you guys. We got the Corley Boxing for sale. You guys can DM me on Instagram, or on my email, corleyboxing@gmail.com. On the back, it says, back with another banger. So, yeah, man, both I got shirts in all sizes too. So just to let you guys know that, just to throw that out there, I finally got the shirts ready. I got medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X. I think I even got a 4X. But yeah. So with that being said, Gennady Golovkin and Triple G is going down. It's going down, man. Are you guys ready? I mean, I feel like this is good, man. It's just so many ways that I can feel about this fight, because I was thinking one way, but then when Canelo lost to Demetrius Bivol, it kind of made this fight more intriguing. It really did make this fight more intriguing when he lost, man. When he lost, I was just like, wow, man. Red Glove Militant, what's going on, my brother, man? What's going on out there in the universe, man? How's everything going out there, man? I hope everything's good with you, man. Some of those videos you put together of us, man, were pretty dope, man. I'm not going to lie. You guys got to go check out Red Glove Militant. Check out his videos. Check out his old school videos that he made with Corley Boxing. And you edited some of them too, man. You edited some of the things I said. I was like, okay. He got his little thing going. But, yeah, with this fight going on right here, man, I think a lot of people are writing off, Triple G saying he's too old and stuff like that. I don't think Gennady Golovkin's too old. I really don't. And here's why. A lot of people wrote him off in that last fight when he fought, like I said, he fought Murata. But, he beat Murata, and not only did he beat him, he knocked him out. So he left nothing into the judge's eyes that was gonna sway him. It ended in a brutal knockout. And yeah, man. So let's pull up Gennady Golovkin's let's pull up his resume real quick. I know just off the top I knew all the guys he fought, but I wanted to put the dates with the faces. The guy Kamel Surgamita, I didn't see him fighting him. 2020, December 18th, I probably did, but I probably don't even remember watching it. He did have an in-between fight for the Sergey Derevchenko fight. He won a unanimous decision, 115, 112, 115, 112, 114, 113. That was a close fight. Some people say he lost that Derevchenko fight. Mind you, Derevchenko had only lost one time going into that fight. He had only lost to Danny Jacobs. Then he fought a guy named Kamel Surgamita and Ometa, and it's 21-0. He stopped him in the 7th round. What did he fought Steve Rhodes. Okay, he fought Steve Rhodes right after the Canelo fight. So he fought him, I want to say he fought him about 8 months after the Canelo fight, because I was trying to get the dates together. BoxRec has this shit all jumbled up. They got the year first, then they got the month, and then they got the day. It's weird. But yeah, Regular Militant, what's up, man? How do you feel about this fight, man? How do some of you guys out there feel about this fight? Let me drop this link too, man. I got my boy Regular Militant, man. Shout out to Regular Militant, man. I haven't seen some of you guys in so long or heard from you guys, but I haven't been doing, consistent live streams either. There you go. Everybody go. So yeah, so the Murata fight, Murata was 16-0. Murata was 16-0. Crypto Colors, what's happening? Smash that like button, you guys, please. As soon as you guys come in here, please let's get these likes up, man. Let's please get these likes up. That's all I ask you guys to do, is to get these likes up when I start these live streams. But yeah, man, Triple G versus Murata. He was he beat him in the 9th round. It was 78-74 going into the final 9th round where Triple G wound up stopping him. It was 78-74, 79-73, and 77-75. That 77-75 looked that was a little fishy. I didn't have it that close, and I didn't think that, he says, I tweeted the live, I'll jump on in a minute. Okay, no doubt, bro. Appreciate that, man. Poor League has to get Twitter too, you guys. I don't have Twitter yet, but I definitely want to get Twitter, man. Jose Diaz in the chat. Smash that like button, you guys. As soon as you guys come in, smash that like button. But yeah, Canelo Alvarez, is fighting. Obviously, he's coming off the loss, to Bivol, which could help him or could hurt him. We'll get into that later. But Triple G is coming off of a knockout win, and that was a 9th round knockout over Ryota Murata in Japan, in Murata's backyard, you guys. So I think that was a really, really good, I think that was a really, really good win right there. And I think that, it showed the fight fans, look, Triple G was like, look, I had a stoppage win over, this guy named Kaman, nobody heard about. And then he had a real tough, close fight against Sergey Derevchenko, which was a 12-round unanimous decision. So the Murata fight, put Triple G back on the map. And I think the Murata fight, you guys, really catapulted him to get this fight. Mason in the chat, what's going on, man? How's everybody doing, man? Let me, Regular Militant says, I think Triple G is going to beat Canelo. Okay, you do? Wow, man. Okay, we're going to see. Why do you think that, though? Why do you think Triple G is going to win? Canelo Alvarez had made him miss in both fights numerous times. But it was, but Triple G didn't land as well. I'm not going to take anything from Triple G, but I feel like out of both guys' defense, I feel like Canelo's was better in both fights. The defense version. Regular Militant says, I tweeted it live out. I'll jump on in a minute. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you tweeting that out. Crypto Color says they could make Canelo win to get his rep back up. Yeah, but Canelo Alvarez, Crypto Colors is saying that he's not going for the decision. He's going for the knockout. Okay? Canelo Alvarez has said he's going for the knockout. He is not going, Crypto Colors, he is not going for unanimous decision, my brother. He said he's going for a knockout, for a bona fide, certified knockout. So, I mean, when you got a guy like that in Canelo Alvarez that does not predict knockout plenty of times, he does not predict what he's going to do to his opponent that many times. I haven't seen him too many times predict what he was going to do to his opponent. But in this fight, Canelo Alvarez did say that he is going to stop Gennady Triple G Golovkin, you guys. So I think that that's a big statement. I think that, he's got some big shoes to fill because, mind you, Triple G has never been knocked out in a fight and stopped. I don't believe Triple G has ever been knocked down in a fight. I don't believe I've seen him get knocked down in a fight. He might have got slipped up or something like that. I have seen Triple G hurt, but he had never went down and stuff like that. I don't know if Canelo has been knocked down either. He might have. If you guys can, let me know in the chat. That's a good one though. If which guy has ever been down in their career? Has Canelo Alvarez ever been knocked down in his career? Or has Triple G ever been knocked down in his career? My answer is, I don't think either fighter has been knocked down. Maybe Canelo early in his career, but I doubt it. But and then Triple G, maybe early in his career, but I very highly doubt it. So I'm gonna go with no on that one, you guys. Okay, Charles D, what's happening, man? How you doing today, Charles D, man? I hope you're having a good day, man. Salute to the brother Charles D, man. Jose Diaz in the chat says, Corey, salute in the chat, no doubt. Mason says, what's up, Corey? No doubt. Jose in the chat says, I just got back from Cuba, bro. More prospects coming. Okay. So you like what you see out of the Cuban boxing school, man. I heard today I actually can fight professionally now out there in Cuba, which is a really good thing, and I think that'll help out a lot of Cuban boxers. Crypto Colors in the chat says Corey needs to get a knockout because he got washed up his last fight. Oh, so you're saying that Canelo Alvarez is going to need a knockout to beat, to win over the fans in the Triple G fight? I think a knockout, whether it's from Triple G or whether it's from Canelo, man, we need to see a knockout in his last fight, man. In his last and final trilogy of a crazy, epic, back and forth battle between both legendary fighters and Canelo Alvarez, a future Hall of Famer, and Gennady Golovkin, a future Hall of Famer. Jose Diaz in the chat says Triple G he's looking old. Canelo KO'd him. Okay, wow. Jose Diaz is in the chat, you guys, saying it loud and proud that Triple G is gonna get iced, you guys. Yes, that's what Jose Diaz is saying in the chat, you guys. Jose Diaz does not believe in the hype. He feels that Canelo Alvarez will eventually get the knockout on Triple G. Wow. Charles D said, what's good? What's happening? Crypto Colors in the chat says, Corey, Canelo needs to get a knockout because he got washed up in his last fight. Yeah. I understand it. I understand it. Jose Diaz in the chat says, both of them have granite chins. Yeah, they do. I'm glad you pointed on that too, Jose Diaz, because they both do have granite chins. I believe Canelo Alvarez hit Triple G with the fucking kitchen sink in the first fight and the second fight, and he still stood up, to the challenge. He was there for the challenge, and a lot of fighters, to be honest, cannot withhold all of that punishment, and take all of that punishment that Canelo Alvarez is putting out, man. Not only that, Triple G took a lot of Canelo's punishment, you guys. You guys got to think about that as well, man. Canelo Alvarez took a lot of punches in the first fight and in the second fight from Gennady Triple G Golovkin. And a lot of guys, you guys got to understand, we've seen again in Murata that he does have that knockout power still. And they did say, from all of the former and current, world-class fighters that have age on them, all of the people in boxing say that in boxing, the last thing to go is your punching power. So you guys gotta understand that, man. Your punching power is the last thing to go. And that's why both of these guys have good chins, but will they last in the trilogy? Bivol definitely touched up Canelo's chin. Did he soften Canelo up for Triple G to come through and lay the slammer? Yeah, man. I mean, you guys gotta understand, man. It's only but so much a human body can physically take. And both of these guys might have a tough chin and a strong heart. But how long will that last? How long will that really last? And I really want to see how long that will last. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see in September. As soon as you guys come in too, hold on, you guys. As soon as you guys come in, please smash that like button, man. It helps with the. I gotta get some water, man. I'm on fire right now, you guys. I'm burning up, man. It's been a long time coming. The studio is finally coming together, man. We're finally in the Quarterly Boxing Studio, and man, it's gonna be a hot summer, man. I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on these guys next, man, for the summer, man. Finally, I'm stationary. I'm good. Obviously, I still do the lives in the car, but I'm finally gonna have this coming together, man. I got a picture frame that I'm gonna be putting right here, probably either this week or next week. I gotta find a frame for it, but it's the Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman, okay, presser, okay. That was the single most money that I've lost betting in a fight in my entire life. I'm gonna just put it like that, man. So there's a reason why I'm putting that picture up there to remind me, Corey, I know you want to bet on the fights, bro, but just don't do it. Just don't do it. And if you do it, don't bet that much money on the fight. So let's go back to the chat, man. Let's see what you guys are talking about. The last thing I read was about the granny chins. Crypto Colors in the chat says, smash that like button too, man. Let's definitely get these likes up. Crypto Colors in the chat says, Corey, do you think that Canelo will ever get that rematch with the guy that beat him up last fight? Against Demetrius Bivol. Do I think Canelo Alvarez will get a rematch with Demetrius Bivol? Is the question you're asking me. It's a possibility. It's a definitely strong possibility because you guys gotta understand, Canelo Alvarez is a Mexican fighter. Before he's anything, he's a Mexican fighter. And what do we know about Mexicans? They got, Paul, they got big owners. They want to, go into the fight and they want to show the fight fans and the strong Mexican fight fans and their heritage that they're not pussy. And they're not going to back down from nobody. And that's why you see Canelo Alvarez cussing in some of the press conferences. And Triple G doesn't. It's a mental warfare right now at this point. And I think Triple G is definitely a little bit in Canelo's head. And I think Canelo Alvarez wants to show Triple G just how much he means by what he says and saying that he's going to knock out, Gennady Golovkin, man. Let's go ahead and bring on Red Glove Militant. Let's check him out, man. Let's see what he's got to say, man. Red Glove Militant, man. What's going on, man? It's been a long time coming, man. How's life been treating you, my brother?
I can't complain. I mean, if I did, it wouldn't do me no good. But yeah, I'm ready to talk about it.
All right. I feel you, man. You're feeling really strong about that pick that I seen in the comment section, man. You want to explain yourself?
Yeah, but you read it wrong. I said Triple G's gonna get beat.
So you're thinking Canelo Alvarez is gonna knock out Triple G?
I think he just might. I don't know for sure he's gonna knock him out.
But he's backpedaling. No.
Here's what I think. All right, first fight, I actually think Triple G won that. Okay. But they ruled it a draw. Second fight, I think it was close. Really could have went either way. I wasn't mad at Canelo getting the win. I wouldn't have been mad if Triple G got the win, and I wouldn't have been mad at a draw. I think Triple G has declined more since then, and Canelo has gotten better since then, and time is on Triple G's side. So I think if Triple G were to get knocked out, it's gonna be this fight.
Wow, man. So you think it's gonna be this fight? So you're thinking? So regular militant is thinking that right now, if the fight were to go down, where the fight is going down in September, you're thinking that Canelo Alvarez can get the knockout win over a Gennady Golovkin, future Hall of Famer?
I think he can, because unless Triple G uses like a lot of defense, which let's keep it real, he's not really known for his defense. But let's say he comes from that same school of boxing that Jerry Hurd comes from. They block punches with their face. But let me stop talking shit. But
Man,
but real talk, like
real talk
unless he
though.
fights in survival mode, if he fights the way that he normally does, I think he will get knocked out. I think he's gonna have to use a little bit more defense if he wants to keep from getting knocked out. Um, and we'll see. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but Triple G, I just don't see uh, the the fight. The odds, in my opinion, are stacked against him. And then you got Canelo, who's been fighting bigger guys. Triple G,
Yeah.
this is his first fight at super middleweight, right? Yeah, super middleweight, right?
Yes, everyone, and I seen that too, man. I'm glad you touched on that. I'm so glad you touched on that. Regular militant, you guys. I don't know if you guys know or not, but the weight class has changed in the trilogy, you guys. Um,
Yeah. So we're
yeah.
talking
So
about
so it's
Canelo, who
changed.
has
Yeah.
gone as high. We're talking about Canelo, who's gone as high as light heavyweight, and Triple G, who's never stepped foot out of the middleweight division. So, in not to say he can't hang with those guys, but we haven't seen it.
Hey. Yeah, and that's what I'm glad you. That's what I'm going to touch on too, you guys. This fight is going to be at Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez 3. Will be at 168 pounds, which that should mean that all of the belts should be on the line. The WBC, the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF titles should all be on the line for this trilogy, which is wild, man. This is for all the marbles, regular militant. Do you understand that, man? Do you guys at home understand that this is greatness in the making? Triple G could be an undisputed champion just like that, man. Just like that. All of the
Yep.
dollars, all the shit that people say about Triple G leading up into this fight can all be settled with one huge win, man. A knockout, devastating win that Triple G could get over Canelo Alvarez. I think that's very possible, man. What do you think the possibilities of Triple G winning this fight are, regular militant? Let the fans know why do you think Triple G will even be in this fight to win this fight? Obviously you think it's going to be I think it's going to be a back and forth battle for a little while, don't you think?
Yeah. This is this is uh this is my statistics, or however you want to call it. I give it 70%. No, 75% Canelo
Ooh,
wins.
ooh.
25% Triple G wins. So
Damn, man, regular militant, you're not giving Triple G that much respect at all, man. Is there a reason why? I mean, are you of any type of Mexican descent? Are we saying that you might have a little favoritism on Canelo Alvarez, man? Why are you so strong with Canelo? Is it the skills or is it the heritage?
no, it's not the heritage, because
Because
here's the little.
Puerto Ricans, they really rock with their Puerto Rican fighters come hella high water, man. So let's just put that out there, man.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Mexican fans are the same.
I'm of a different breed.
Okay.
Let me just throw a little fun fact out there. If you look up Canelo is a redheaded bitch, you will find a video that I made. It's a video I
Damn,
made
bro,
like
that's
3 or 4
crazy.
years ago. So I'm not high on Canelo, but this is what I'm gonna tell you. I would love for Triple G to win. To be honest, I'm a Triple G fan. he's kind of rubbing me the wrong way right now, but I would still love to see him beat Canelo. But here's the thing, Corey. I don't bet with my heart. All right. So whoever I think is going to win the fight, whether it be by dirty tactics, whether it be by robbery, which I don't think he'll rob him this time. I think he will
He
at the
said. He
very
said this time. He said this time.
well, the first fight, I'm gonna keep it real. I think Triple G won that first fight. That's just my opinion, but I do
Oh, you
think that the
do?
yeah, I think Triple G won that first fight, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay.
But the
Okay.
second fight, I'm not mad at Canelo winning. I think it was a close fight. It could have went either way or a draw. This time though, I like if you were to if I had to place a bet, you say you're gonna have to choose one of these two guys. You can't choose a draw, and you say you got to bet at least $500. I'm putting my money on Canelo. I don't bet with my heart. I try to use logic. I try to think of who I think will win. And I think at the very least, Canelo will win comfortably by decision, but I think he may even knock out Triple G this time. Triple G is older. It's been 4 years since the last time that they fought. Triple G has declined. I know his last win was an was a stoppage, but I don't think you can really compare Murata to Canelo. I just don't. I think Canelo has improved. I'm still not the biggest fan of Canelo, but when I make predictions, I make them solely based off of who I think will win. Who do I want to win? I would love for Triple G to win. I haven't liked Canelo in a very long time, but I don't think he's going to win. I think Canelo's going to win, but at the very least by a comfortable decision.
Hey, shout out to Mason in the chat. He says, "Imagine Canelo getting iced." Wow. I mean, that's just mind-boggling thinking about it, but it could happen, regular militant. You know, and all the other people out there that's listening, man. Let's go to the chat. Shout out to everybody just coming in. Drug Cheat, salute to you. Your game, your tag. Ralph Unreal in the chat, salute, man. How's everything going, man? And everybody else that are just coming in, smash that like button, man. Let's definitely get those likes up. And Derek Bailey, what's going on, my brother? How's everything going? We got Derek Bailey in the building. I love the avatar pic. But yeah, man, let's go back to the chat and let's see where we left off at. Charles D says he needs to stay away from Demetrius Bivol. So you feel like Charles D, you feel like he still has Demetrius Bivol problems, okay? And then you got Charles D and going back and forth. Jose in the chat says Julio Cesar De La Hoya Cruz. Here, look him up. Oh, okay. Charles D says, I don't think he lost respect. He just lost to the bigger, better boxer. Wow. Okay. He says, yes, Crypto Colors. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. So let's go back. Okay, Ralph from Real right here says Bivol was playing with Canelo. You can tell, laugh all out. That's another thing too, man. We got to get over the fight that's in front of us. But we can touch on the Bivol later, you guys. But right now, I really want to touch on, what we got in front of us, man. What we got in front of us, man, are two major fighters that are in their career. Mind you, Triple G is only lost has came from Canelo Alvarez, the guy that he's getting in the ring with and can redeem all his wrongs and make them right in September, you guys. And I think Triple G needs a little bit more respect than you gave him, regular militant. You only gave Triple G a 25% chance of winning. I'm going to give him a lot better chance than that. I'm going to give Triple G at least a 40% chance on winning this September coming up. And the reason why I say that, regular militant, is because Triple G showed that he still has that punching power and has that punching power late with a world champion type of fighter in Murata's backyard, you guys. It's hard to fight in the time zone of Japan. And not only did Triple G fight on the road, the time was different. And you guys can tell by Murata coming in the ring last, he was the A side going into that fight, I believe, or they're close up. And I just think that Triple G showed, like, look, I deserve this fight. Because Canelo always kept saying, Triple G, you need to fight somebody to show me that you can, that you're proven to fight me again. That you can still win. Stop worrying about me. Stop having my name in your mouth. But when, regular militant, when Triple G, knocked out Murata, I think that was a statement of saying, look, motherfucker, I'm here, and I'm still here, and I'm a champion now. And I think that shows a lot about Triple G and what he's trying to do moving forward. Does that Murata fight give you any more hope for Triple G, regular militant? Now, they say you're only as good as your last fight.
Some, I mean, not enough for me to give him more than 25%. Like, I'll say this: they say power is the last thing to go.
Man, that's fucked up.
Hey, it's no diss to Triple G.
I feel
I just think that Murata is just not on the same level as Canelo. I don't want to take away from the Murata win by any means. I'm not trying to take credit away from anybody. Because like I said, I'm not even a Canelo fan. But seeing how the first two fights went, there's definitely a decline from fight 1 to fight 2, and it's been 4 years. Wow. All right, it's 4 years since the last time they fought. And I think Canelo has gotten better since then. And I'm not saying that Triple G's not a good fighter, but I don't think he's as good as he was 4 years ago. I don't think he's as good as he was when they fought the first time. I think there's a good chance he'll get stopped. Now, if he wins,
but let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. You're saying that Triple G hasn't gotten any better and hasn't looked, you feel like he hasn't looked, I guess as good as you thought he was going to look, later. Triple G hasn't looked good. Because he's on the loss.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up on my end. I don't know if it's me or you. It might be me because it's raining.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What did you ask me?
What I'm saying is, you're saying Triple G, smash that like button as soon as you guys come in, y'all. Let's smash these like buttons. Let's get this show all the way through the roof, man. It's gonna be one of the best shows I've had in a while. I'm feeling it. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, regular militant, you're saying that Triple G, you're saying right now that you're only giving Triple G a 25% chance, and you're saying Triple G didn't look good in his last fight or didn't look good, in his last 4 years of his career. What does that say about Canelo Alvarez? Meaning that a lot of people say he was losing the Caleb Plant fight and leading up into that knockout. A lot of people are saying that he was losing, me included, that he was losing that, Sergey Kovalev fight leading up into that knockout. If Canelo Alvarez does not get the knockout, if he does not get the knockout win over Gennady Golovkin, will he win? That's the question, bro. If that knockout doesn't come, will he win? Shout out to UGC in the building, bro. What's happening, man? What's going on, bro?
What up, Black?
Yeah. So yeah, man, we got UGC in the chat. I mean, on live right now, man. Let everybody know where they can follow you at, man. And how you been doing, man?
I'm good, man. Y'all know what it is. UGC Flame, Black Horseman. But I'm good, man. Glad to be back with Elite Boxing.
Hey, let's go. The studio is here, you guys, and this is what it's for. This is what it's about. The platform is ready. I got all of my aces lined up, man. I think we're gonna take this to the next level, man. But yeah, regular militants. I was saying that all those facts I just named. Does that give? And you can answer after him, UGC. Does that give Triple G a better chance? You guys gotta understand. Canelo was coming off of a loss.
All right, I'll tell you this, Corey. I give him 26%.
Yeah, bro.
It's a good win. It's like I said, I'm not taking away, but I just don't think Murata is on the same level as Canelo. And I'm curious to hear what Black got to say. What you got to say about this Black Horseman?
Hey, let's go.
Well, when he asked you that question, that's why I jumped on. I'm gonna give him a higher percentage than you read for the simple fact I think Canelo is emotional going into this fight. Remember, he coming off this loss, and I noticed in the face to face, he's trying to make it like his personal thing, personal. And I
Yeah,
think that bu- being that he's so frustrated off his loss, his second loss, he's gonna go in there to try to make a statement versus Triple G. And I think he might kind of fight out of character, or it's a possibility he might fight out of character and create more openings for Triple G. And you did say, Corey, like if he doesn't knock out Triple G, does he win this fight? I don't know. When it went the distance, both times it was close. A lot of people had their mixed feelings or whatever. They felt Triple G won the first one. A lot of people feel Canelo won the second. So it seems like he has knockout on his mind. And based on what you were saying, Red, Triple G has declined. It does look like he has declined. So realistically, a lot of us feel like Triple G shouldn't even be in there with Canelo. He shouldn't even go the distance. So it's gonna be interesting, though. I think Canelo's just got knockout on his mind, and when somebody come in there just fully blazing on knockout, it gives the other person more opportunities to, what I mean, capitalize, win rounds, and things like that.
And I'm
so you
glad you touched on that. I'm glad you touched on that, UGC, because listen, you're saying that, Canelo Alvarez is hyped up, man, and is ready. I mean, that can come back to bite you in the ass, just like Charles D said in the chat, and I'm just saying with both of you guys, man, Canelo Alvarez is staying firm as shit on getting this knockout, man. He's trying to go and take Triple G's head off. But what if Triple G is standing still when the last bell sounds to end the fight, in the 12th and final round? If Triple G is still there in the 12th and final round, I think it's going to be hard as shit to get him out of this fight. And I just think that when we look more into it, when have we seen Triple G, get hurt and get knocked out before in a fight? We haven't. We've seen him hurt before, but we've never seen him get knocked out unconscious or lose in a devastating factor where we were like, man, wow, Triple G doesn't have it anymore. I don't know, regular militant, maybe you're being hard on Triple G, but you're only giving him a 25% chance on winning, and he just came off a Murata knockout win.
it's like I said, I'm not
Ice.
taking it away from him. I'm not taking it away from him. It now it was a TKO, but still, it's a good win. I just don't think that Murata and Canelo are in the same conversation. And Black, you brought up a very good point. That it given that fact, if 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 Canelo is truly emotional, which I mean he is talking emotional, we don't know if he's trying to get a reaction out of Triple G. But let's say that he is being emotional, and that's going to affect the way that he takes that baggage into the ring. So I could definitely see what you're saying. The fight could become a lot closer than it should be if he fights that way. I still
Well,
think that Triple G is not going to win, and if he's going to get stopped, I think it would be this fight.
right, right. Yeah, I still favor Canelo to win. That's why I say I give him like a 40% chance just because, he coming in there, so emotional. And it's about composure a lot in these fights. So if
Yes,
somebody is
I
in
need you to
there,
touch on that, but I need you to touch on that UGC, man, because that's a really good point, man.
so if he going in there and he's trying to, land haymakers and he's not landing those haymakers or Triple G's still there, I mean, it could be a problem. It's mental. He could be in there and be
Hey,
second guessing, like, damn, I can't get this dude out of here. And Triple G got that jab. Bop,
Yeah.
bop, bop, jab. Pop him with the jab.
hey,
We say, hey, hold up.
hey,
Hey, Corey, we seen somebody become undisputed with that motherfucking jab, man. So, hey. And speaking of undisputed, all the belts on the line. So, hey,
Hey, but
hey.
Black, remember that doesn't
Oh,
matter
dun, dun, dun,
whatsoever.
dun.
Remember, it don't matter. That don't even matter whatsoever, though. Remember.
Right. That is true, Red. Because Triple G said it don't even matter to him that Undisputed is on the line. It don't mean nothing to his legacy. I'm like, what? So Triple G, funny style, but yeah, he gonna probably be talking different if he beat Canelo though. He gonna be like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I think.
I'm undisputed. You know.
So what do y'all think? Like, going forward, you guys. What do you guys think that Triple G needs to do to be able to beat Canelo Alvarez in this last and final trilogy fight? You guys gave you gave him 40% chance to winning Triple G, and then regular Militant, you gave him a 25% chance on winning. But when it's all said and done, what does Triple G need to do to be able to beat a very elusive, and I think maybe a little bit more quicker to the punch in Canelo Alvarez?
Survive the early rounds, first off.
Okay,
Survive the onslaught.
okay.
Canelo gonna be
So
coming out
that's
hot.
coming. So you believe that's coming?
Yeah, that's guaranteed. He got to do it for what is the Mexican holiday, right? In September. So
Holiday, yes sir. Cinco de
Canelo will.
Mayo.
I honestly think, well, not Cinco de Mayo, but the September one, whatever that one's
This
coming
is
up.
it okay? Is it their heritage? Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's just. I think that's Mexican Independence Day. I don't know if it's.
Independence
yeah.
Day,
There we go.
yep.
So I just think he gonna come out and try to make a statement. He gonna be coming at Triple G early. I think so. Triple G got to be smart and avoid the haymakers early. That's what I think. And then once he avoids the haymakers, we can make it to the middle rounds. If Canelo should probably be frustrated if he makes it to the middle rounds, and just keep jabbing him, go to the body. Because we seen Canelo fade. So I just think that Triple G just need to stick to the game plan, be smart, and keep his composure. Because Canelo gonna be coming.
Ooh, so what do you? So let me before you say what you think, regular Milton, I'm gonna go to the chat real quick. I'm gonna give some shout outs. Let these guys know that we still rocking with them in the chat. Ralph from Real in the chat says, I think Canelo got worse actually. He does single shots now, where before he boxed more and he had more dimensions in his game. Wow, that's to his game. Excuse me. That's a really, really good point, Ralph, from Real, man. You are 100% right out the light because, in the Bivol fight, I mean, Bivol was actually having, Canelo Alvarez just stand there stiff. He didn't know what to do from that jab just being in his face all night long. And it's just like, I really feel like maybe Triple G can capitalize off of some of the good things that Bivol was doing to Canelo Alvarez, man. And let's go down in the chat one more. Let's get some more. Let's see what they're talking about in the chat. Jose Diaz in the chat says Canelo aged him out. That's why he's fighting him now. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. Like regular Militant said earlier, it's been 4 years since their last fight, you guys. So that's a really big, factor, man. I think that's going to factor in right into Canelo's hands. But can Triple G defy odds and beat Father Time? Regular Militant, man. How do you think, what are some of the keys that Triple G needs to do to win this fight?
Yeah, well,
I know you can't wait to say what Canelo's ways are.
No, well, let me say this real quick. What he said about Canelo, Jose Diaz, what you have right there, I agree with that 100%. I think he did age Triple G out. I agree with that because, see, Corey, I think you think that I'm a Canelo fan right now
Oh,
just
he
because of the way
not.
I'm talking.
No, man,
I'm just keeping it a. I'm just keeping it a buck. I
I'm
think he's
just
gonna
saying,
win.
though, I mean, 25%. I mean, that's all. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm
Well,
just saying.
well, let me tell you where the 25% comes from. All right, the 25% comes from everything I brought up till now, but also let's keep it real. If Canelo makes a round competitive, they're gonna give it to Canelo. All right, that's the way that I feel about it. I do think that Canelo has some questionable wins on his resume. Um, and in some of the wins that he got, maybe he did deserve those wins, but maybe the scorecards were a little bit more
Hey, Rob,
lopsided than they should have been.
Red Glove, I don't mean to cut you off, but I know you know Rob from Real. He was just in the chat, actually directed a message towards you. He said Red Glove Militant is sleeping on Triple G with an exclamation mark. So I'll let you keep going.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. I hope I am sleeping on Triple G. I would love for Triple G.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, if Triple G were to knock out Canelo, I I'm gonna throw a party because I really don't
Wow.
like Canelo. Um, and I'm a Triple G fan. I don't like that shit that he said about that undisputed doesn't matter whatsoever for his legacy. That I don't like. But overall, I still like Triple G way more than I like Canelo. It's just I think Canelo's gonna win the fight. That 25% is because of the time is not on his side. He's still got the power, so I can't. He has at the very least a puncher's chance. But you mentioned we never seen Triple G knocked out. Guess what? We never seen Canelo knocked out either. So um, time is just not on his
Have we
side.
ever seen Triple G
Yeah.
hurt? We
We've seen
definitely
him
seen him get
buzz.
hurt into
Yeah,
the
I
we
body.
wouldn't
seen
actually say hurt, but we definitely seen him buzz.
we seen. Remember we seen him. I don't know if you seen the Murata fight. If you guys go back and look at that fight, he got hurt to the body. I feel like in that fight. But you guys go back and look. He almost did a Keith Thurman where he got hit in the body and he kind of went like this and kind of retrieved a little bit. So I was like, and the broadcasters were saying something about it too. So I wasn't the only one that noticed it. The broadcasters like, wow, Triple G is backing up, did a lot to hurt him, man. And that was a big question in that fight. But he wound up getting his stoppage and pretty much putting those comments to bed. But, it was little glimpses in that fight where Murata was tagging him, and I was like, what the fuck? And, but he wound up getting the knockout. So, no harm, no foul. But I just think that, Canelo will possibly explore some of those, man. But
Hey,
yeah.
Corey, what you feel about Triple G is going up to 68. I mean, he's leaving the middleweight division for the first time in his career.
Mm.
So how can
I
that?
think
You
that
think that can
that's
help him or hurt him?
I think that that's first. That's a good question, man. Mind you guys got to think about it. This fight is going to be at 168. And you guys got to understand. So it is going to be at 168. So Triple G's first. This is Triple G's first fight at 168, you guys. And I just think that this could possibly help or this could possibly hurt Triple G. And the reason why I say that could help Triple G is because he's already been at 160. He's almost 40 years old. So for a man to continue to cut weight and to make 160 time and time and time again, mind you, they say Triple G isn't a big guy in the first place and hovers around 175, 180 at the most. And most of the time he's in the 170s. But for the most part, I think that this could possibly hurt Triple G, and because you give him more of a power advantage to Canelo Alvarez, being that Canelo Alvarez is coming down from 175. And I don't think that that's going to hurt or change Canelo Alvarez's body too much, and it'll give Canelo Alvarez, I think, a little bit more time to get in to the 168-pound weight class and to get comfortable at that weight and to put on a show that we all think he will put on come September, man. So I think it could definitely help or hurt him at 168. I'm still kind of in between on him moving up to 168 Triple G because I just think that Triple G moving up, I think that can help Canelo more than that can help Triple G because I think Canelo's already been at the weight class and he's been an undisputed world champion at the weight class. And we just have to see, man. But right now my early pick is I think that Canelo Alvarez wins the weight battle.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Hey,
Greg Middleton? What do you guys think about the weight?
I agree. I agree that it helps. I think it's more in Canelo's favor than it is for Triple G. Now, because we haven't seen Triple G step out of 160. This will be the first time, and we'll see if that power carries. Because sometimes these guys, their power doesn't carry. I don't
Yeah,
think
true.
Danny Garcia is an example from 140 to 147. I don't really think his power really carried. Uh, Now, one thing that could happen is it could work to his benefit. I just think that it's not going to be because being that we never seen him step out of 160, he might have more power. The only thing is, Canelo has not only fought at 168, he's fought at 175. Remember, Bivol wasn't his first 175 win. His first 175 win, or his 175 fight. Sorry, he lost. but
Yeah.
he, but he did beat Kovalev, and he stopped him. So it's not like he's gone beyond 168. So I just think it's more in Canelo's favor. I really think Canelo wouldn't have taken this fight unless he really felt like he was gonna win. I can't say that Triple G has no chance. I just think that he has the odds stacked up against him higher now than he ever has in the previous two fights, and I think the judges are not going to be on his side. I think he's either going to have to do what Bibble did, or he's going to have to be able to pull off a Devin Haney, or he's going to have to knock him out. He's going to have to do one of those three
Ooh.
things because if the fight is too close, he's already down on the scorecards as we speak, in my opinion.
Yeah, he gonna have to use that jab though, for sure. Use that jab. Hey,
I mean,
if Canelo lose though, he gotta hang it up. If you lose a Triple G, man.
he might have to because I think that's gonna do something to his like I think he still got it
Because
in him to
everybody
fight.
established
Yeah,
that he aged him out and all of that stuff. So this is perfect
yeah,
setup for Canelo to
Hey,
face
that's
off with
tough,
Tom
man.
Butler.
That's a good question, Black. Black. I'm really good. That's a really really good question. What I would say about that is, I think that this fight says a lot. First of all, I want to say that I appreciate both of you guys jumping on. That's number one. But I want to say that this fight is a tales of two ends. Both of these guys have came from poverty. Both of these guys, Canelo Alvarez was in the streets of Mexico, and Triple G was out there in, I believe, Kazakhstan, which it was terrible out
yeah,
there. I think he was in war and stuff like that. His brother lost to war. He lost his brother to war, and both of these guys have had crazy backgrounds, crazy stories. Coming up into the ranks, and mind you, Canelo Alvarez is out of I believe seven or eight brothers. He's the eyeball out of them all. He's the only one that has the white skin and the red freckles, man. He just looks wild as shit. But maybe he's the chosen one. Maybe he can redeem himself from Triple G and Bivol and get a knockout in both fights, man. There's a lot that Canelo Alvarez can still prove to a lot of people in boxing, and I think I believe that Bivol loss could do one or two things to him. Could help him or hurt him. And the reason why I say that to that situation to you guys is because you guys gotta understand, man. Canelo Alvarez has used to been winning since the Floyd Mayweather loss. That was a long time ago, man. He has not lost since the Floyd Mayweather loss. That was like 2014. That was almost 10 years ago that he
yeah,
lost. So his trainer said, I don't know if you guys watched the Triple G and Canelo press conference, but his trainer said, Eddie Reynoso said, that, and I quote, that Bivol loss was a good thing. And look, man, that's what he said. And he said that, this could help, Canelo Alvarez's career and help him, go into a better direction and be more focused. That's what he was saying he was going to be more focused. So, will we, and the question I got for you guys, man, and this is a big question for everybody in the chat too. Will Canelo Alvarez, will we see a more focus Canelo Alvarez, and like somebody said in the chat, Canelo Alvarez that throws more punches. Because if we seen the punch output against Bivol, against Triple G, guess what? He's losing again.
Yeah, man. I think we're gonna see a more focused Canelo. I think
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna see a
Mm-hmm.
more of a
Okay.
like Canelo was trying to be flashy, I think, and he kind of got caught up into the flash of what he do. But now he gonna be trying to hurt dudes. So I think Triple G is gonna be one of them guys that he gonna try to make an example going forward. Like I'm about to hurt him, and anybody else going forward ain't gonna be no more flashy shit. I'm gonna just get you up out of there. So I think that's Canelo's mentality. He gonna like I'm trying to kill anybody in my way. I'm trying to get him out of there.
Yeah, he got
Damn.
a chip on his shoulder. I agree. I think he does have a chip on his shoulder. So that's why I gotta take a point away and give him only 74%.
Oh no! Hell no, Gabriel. Hell no, yo. Hey, this dude is savage, bro, with the 20s. Alright. I'm gonna remember that when the fight comes around in September. I'm gonna be like, Randy Middleton was stuck on the 20s, bro. You didn't give him on 20%, man.
Hey, but Corey,
20%.
but I'm shocked too because he's not a fan of Canelo by no means, bro. He
That's
not a
what I'm
fan of
saying,
Canelo.
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. So I'm just trying to figure out, like how do you, like, in actuality, like, why do you feel so strongly about Canelo? He's coming off of a loss, so you must think that loss is going to help him. It's going to help Canelo out. You think
I don't
Yeah,
think the
that's
he's
a
gonna be a
loss
huge
little
is
more
gonna
victory.
help
focused?
him. I don't think the loss is gonna help him. Like what Eddie Reynoso said, he's supposed to say that because he's the trainer. He's supposed to make Canelo feel as confident as he possibly can and try to turn
Mm-hmm.
a negative into a positive. I'm not gonna do that. All right.
Oh shit.
I don't think losing is going to help him in his confidence, but I think his trainer is helping to rebuild some of that confidence going into this fight. I will say this though. He was going into a fight against a bigger man, and that's all. If you know that's also something for Canelo to take into consideration. But I'll tell you right now, I hope like hell that I'm wrong. I would love for Triple G to go in there and just knock him out in the second round. Like I would love for that to happen. And you know, I know I'm gonna come off as a Canelo hater, but it, Canelo, it's annoying because he could have been two-time undisputed by now. There's there's other things that he could have did that he chose not to. All right, like a lot of these guys say that they're their own boss, and this is one of the few guys who actually is his own boss. Even when he was with
Wow.
Golden Boy, he was still his own boss. But there were things that
Okay.
he still chose not to do, and that's why I don't like Canelo. So I would love like hell. Canelo is the reason why this stupid ass franchise even exists. So I would love for Canelo to
He is
get
the
made an
godfather of that
example
shit.
of. Yep.
I
Hey,
forgot about
fam.
that.
Fuck all
Yeah,
Mauricios. Anybody who
yeah.
so
Woo! Dude, wild
so
as shit, yeah. That's the
so
WBC president.
yeah, I don't
Man,
like Mauricio so
Red
much.
Glove be going in.
But
Hey, he called it fam. Fuck all that
Hey,
shit.
yeah,
this nigga wild as shit,
yeah. So that's how I feel about Canelo. So I would love for him to get made an example out of because in a lot of ways in more recent time, Canelo has done better things, but in a lot of ways, Canelo does represent a lot of what's wrong with the sport. So I would love to see him get knocked down like three more pegs after losing to Bivol. Like I would love to see that happen. I just don't think that it will. I think that there's things that favoritism that Canelo has is going against Triple G, and Father Time is going up against Triple G. Um, you know, who knows? Maybe he'll pull off a Jean Pascal, minus the PEDs, hopefully, because we still nada and
yeah.
nada. We still nada and nada.
Yeah.
But
Yo,
Hey,
damn, yeah.
but I will say this though, man. For Reynoso's sake, man, they need this victory. They
yeah,
cannot afford for Canelo to lose this fight.
Yeah,
Team
yeah,
Team
yeah.
Reynoso has been taking L after L after L.
So you're saying, Black, you're saying that Eddie Reynoso, they haven't just lost with Canelo Alvarez being one of his fighters. His other fighters have lost too.
Oscar Valdez, What's that one
Okay.
dude? Luis Neri. I think he got blazed by Chocolatito or something like that.
Okay. So
What
that's
was
two.
they lost Ryan Garcia? He left. They lost Andy Ruiz. He left. Who else did they lose, man? It's basically Frank Sanchez left. Joe Goosen, he left. So it's like when it comes to Golden Boy, I mean not Golden Boy. When it comes to Team Reynoso, I mean Canelo is it, and then whenever Valdez decides to come back, but shoot, they can't. He got to get a dub because Team Reynoso's been taking L's, man.
Yeah, when you say L after L, huh?
Yeah, he gonna have to beat that asshole.
Yo!
Pause.
Huge pause on that joint. What the fuck?
Hey, that's
Hey,
because
Angela Middleton out of control, man.
he's the one who called him an asshole. All right, so
Yeah, he did. And I was trying to get this video up for you guys, but it's acting crazy, so I'm gonna just play it off my phone. But I want you guys to look at how close Canelo Alvarez is standing to Triple G. He is really taking this fight personal, man. And I want you guys to check it out.
He smells breath. Man.
yeah,
And that's
he
what I'm
look
concerned about right there. See, Canelo is just too, it's just a face to face, but I still feel like Canelo gonna come in there with a little extra emotion and a little eagerness. And Triple G just got to jab him, man. Jab him. That's my advice for Triple G, man. Survive the early rounds, jab shit out of Canelo, get out the way. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that would be. I'll be happy if that happens. Like
And that's and as for Canelo, hey, you was born ready. Do what you do, man. Do what the fuck you do, Canelo, man. You cannot afford to take back-to-back L's. Hell to the no. You
yeah,
can't do it, man.
if he loses to Triple G, I think that will really hurt his confidence big time. Um, because of everything that we talked
That
about,
would
aging
be a
him out.
big that would be a
Yeah,
big drama show, Rick Luck.
yep. And I think that if he loses, especially like if Triple G, let's say Triple G goes in there and knocks him out in the second round, I think that Mauricio Suleiman might be like, "What franchise that? Oh, I forgot about that." Like he's gonna act like it don't even exist.
Hmm.
He's like, and I would love for that to happen because I hate that
We
stupid
got Big Leo
status
energy
belt.
back in the building.
Yeah. So look though, y'all. Like with Canelo Alvarez to end the live stream because I was gonna go for about an hour. We're about an hour in right now. I think this is long enough talking about Triple G and Canelo, man. There's other topics I want to talk about too. I'm gonna probably go live again later tonight, probably like another hour or two. But yeah, I wanna touch bases. This last thing following up, you guys. I want to know who you guys are picking to win and why you guys are picking them to win. You guys want me to go first, or which one of you guys want to go first? Whichever one, it don't
You
matter.
you got it, Corey.
All right, so this is my prediction, you guys. I'm gonna go first on this one. All right, my prediction is on the Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G trilogy, the third and final fight. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm giving Triple G, a good percentage to win. Definitely over 30% to win this fight. But I think that if Canelo Alvarez can take Triple G possibly into the later rounds because he is getting older in age and he has a lot of wear and tear on his body. He's got all those numerous training camps in Big Bear with Abel Sanchez, which I believe is still his best trainer that he's had up to date. I don't think that I don't think that Triple G's new trainer Banks is going to get it done. I think he was a washed up heavyweight when he was fighting, and I don't think he's too much of a better trainer. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I just think that I don't think for Triple G's style then, I just think that, he could have a better trainer than Banks. I just think that he's an okay trainer, but for this fight, you need a guy that's going to be really, really tactical and be able to tell you on the fly, and you be able to listen to it on the fly, and I think Abel Sanchez, being what it may, man, I think that he possibly could have been a better trainer going into this fight. Going into war, could be possibly his final fight as a boxer in Triple G. And I think with all those things being said, man, yes, he did win the Murata fight, but I seen a lot of holes in Triple G's game. In that Murata fight, I seen Murata touch him up to the body and Triple G get hurt. I seen Triple G, start backing up, which I don't see a lot of, but he was backing up against Murata. Maybe that's what he wanted Murata to do. Maybe he wanted Murata to try to break Triple G down and wear himself out, and that played right into the hands of Triple G. But I know one thing: if Canelo Alvarez starts off hot and does not finish Triple G, my whole prediction can change. I don't know in the first 4 to 5 rounds where this fight is going. I don't think any fighter will get stopped in the first 4 or 5 rounds. But I think after 4 or 5 rounds, I know exactly how this fight is going to go. And, I think with that being said, I think that Canelo Alvarez wins, okay? A pretty good unanimous decision, not a split decision or a big decision. I think he'll win a unanimous decision. And the reason why I picked that unanimous decision is because I think he'll do enough to get the win, because I don't think Triple G will do enough to get the win. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This is a very tough fight to I truly feel like, to predict. But my early prediction, you guys, now it can't change. We are months away from the fight. I want to see how Triple G looks in training camp. And all of that stuff plays a factor into it. I haven't seen any training footage of Triple G. It's been hush-hush. And Canelo Alvarez has been just training and, just keep staying going forward, putting his, whether he wins or loses, he still has his foot on the gas pedal, and he's mashing that motherfucker. But, I'm thinking Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision, man. Whichever one of you guys want to go next, man. That's Purely Boxer's prediction. Canelo Alvarez, unanimous decision.
All right. Well, I think I've said everything I need to say. I think it will be a unanimous decision as well. I wouldn't rule out a knockout. I think if Triple G wins, it's pretty much gonna have to be by knockout, because I don't think he's the boxer that Bivol is. So I don't think he's gonna be able to do that. I can see where maybe if Canelo comes in with that chip on his shoulder, where he's allowing his emotions to get the best of him, where it can end up being maybe like the Haney, jab him into a victory. That's a possibility too. I just don't think that's what's gonna happen. I'm sticking by my guns. I think Canelo's gonna win, at the very least, a comfortable unanimous decision.
Wow. Hey, I think we all in agreement.
Decision. Okay.
Yeah, I think we collectively agreement on it, man. I think it's gonna be like a 116, 112, 115, 113 type of fight.
So y'all are both going unanimous decision too?
Yeah.
So do y'all think that Triple G will have any moments in this fight where we'll be like, whoa, Canelo could be possibly hurt?
I like what you were saying, Corey. You was talking about how, like, we got to see the first 4 to 5 rounds, and after that, we're gonna know how the fight gonna go from that point on, and that's what I'm waiting on. Like, that's gonna be the tricky part, to see if Canelo gonna just be coming guns a blazing, if he gonna be able to land those big shots, and if he's not able to land those big shots, or if he does land those big shots and Triple G is still standing, strong coming at him, it's gonna be one of those type of fights to where it's like it could go down. Like,
I think the more I think about it, though, the more I think about a black and regular militant, I can see Canelo Alvarez possibly getting a stoppage, bro. He could possibly use all this shit for his better, for his, to help him, all of this rage and all of this, energy that he has, all of this, Canelo Alvarez looks like he's on 100,000% bullshit. All 100% bullshit on this fight. He doesn't look like he's feeling any of that shit. He's coming off of a loss. This dude's got to go to Yankee Stadium and see Triple G like 50,000 times more than he wants to. And I just think that all of that is going to be motivation. And I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to change my early prediction from unanimous decision the more I think about it. Is I think Canelo Alvarez can possibly get the stoppage. I'm going to go from right now. This is my prediction. This is my early prediction. The only reason why I'm changing it, you guys, is because I thought it was going to definitely be, Canelo Alvarez's favor. But the more I thought, you got to factor in the age. You got to factor in what you've seen in Triple G's last fight, which was against Murata. And I think that Canelo Alvarez is light years better than Murata, and I think he'll show that. And I think that, Canelo Alvarez can get the stoppage late. I'm going 10th round stoppage. And I think I'm going to pretty much stand on that the more I think about it, because, unanimous decision sounds right. That's a safe prediction. But Corey, we all know Corey boxing isn't about safe prediction. We're about nailing that bitch right on the head. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I do in the Champ Ross Prediction League. That's why I was about second or third place out of over almost 100 people that pick KOs. I was about second or third on that list last season. And I just think that, that shows that I'm going in. I know when a fighter's going to go in for the kill. And I know, when a fighter's going to, stop him. You know what I mean? And I picked, a couple stoppages right on the head, man. So I think that this will be a 10th round stoppage ice season for Canelo Alvarez. I think that Triple G can finally, first time in his career, get hurt. First time in his career, get knocked down. And I think this is going to be the first time in Triple G's career, you guys, after saying all of that good shit I said about Triple G, I think this is the first time in Triple G's career that he's going to get stopped. And I think Canelo Alvarez is going to put his foot on the fucking gas pedal until that bitch can't go anymore. We could see Canelo Alvarez get winded. We did see him get winded in the Bivol fight. That can happen. But I think for the first 6 or 7 rounds, I think it's going to be all gas, all Canelo. Will Triple G be standing is the main thing that I'm thinking about right now. Will he be standing at the end of that? I think if Triple G is standing, and depending on how many shots he's took in the 8th or 9th round, if Triple G, it just all depends on how that power. I mean, you guys got to understand, okay? Bivol, Canelo got the respect from Bivol for Bivol not to try to stop Canelo, because I feel like Bivol could have possibly stopped Canelo, but there was something holding him back, and I think that was Canelo's power, but that's how dominating Bivol was. But I'm thinking in the 168 pounds when Canelo goes down 7 pounds, okay, and Triple G has to go up 8 pounds. I think that all of that, when they meet in the middle, I think that's going to definitely help out Canelo Alvarez. And I think that he could definitely get the stoppage. And the people are already saying that Canelo's on steroids or whatever he is. Look at the jawline, look at this, look at that. We know Canelo Alvarez have got popped before. So, that's not out of the norm. And I just think whatever shit that Canelo's on, he's got to up that shit for this Triple G fight. He's got to up that shit, man. I'm just being honest, man. Because Triple G's a live dog, man. Triple G's going to be a live dog, man.
Increase the dosage, man, for this one. Yeah,
increase the fucking dosage, dude. This dude, whatever antidote you're taking, mix some more into that shit, man. It's the antidote.
Breaking news, Canelo's on an all beef taco diet.
I'm telling you, man, do not be surprised if you see Canelo Alvarez's new look in the next 2-3 months and you be like, what the fuck? How did this dude transform his body like that? Because remember, he was looking a little watery in that Bivol fight. So, I mean, let's see what new look, let's see what, Canelo's body's looking like, pause. But let's see what his whole frame is looking like. Let's see if he's going to be dialed in, and let's see what Triple G's frame is going to be looking like. I think that weigh-in is going to tell a lot about both fighters, too. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, Triple G already looks swollen in that suit, but, he
looks chubby, though. Black, you don't believe so?
Maybe I got to see it again. You think he looked chubby in the suit?
He looked a little chubby, man, in his face, man. I mean, because I can tell when, Triple G's like dialed in and he weighs in at 160 pounds, his face is softened a little bit more. And I just feel like Triple G just looked like he been chilling, man. He been eating good, he been chilling. And that's what Canelo wants. That's what Canelo wants, man. And mind you, Triple G definitely got paid good against Murata, man, one of his biggest paydays of his career. And so, I think that going into from that fight, going into this fight, I think that Triple G will get paid even more. And is Triple G just done with the shit? Does he just want to get this over? Does he still have that dog in him? Triple G is not saying much in these press conferences. He's just saying, good boy, good boy. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to fight again. And, all these good things. We don't want to hear that shit. We want to hear that dog. We want to hear that shit that Canelo Alvarez is saying. Like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm stopping you. I'm stopping your bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? This dude Canelo is like on a mission, dude. I don't know if he's steroid like going crazy, but it's just like you guys gotta understand. Canelo Alvarez is on one of those missions right now where he's like, I'm out to prove you wrong. And I think a lot of people have written off Canelo Alvarez in that Bivol fight, man. So what do you guys got to say, man, closing this joint up, man? What do you guys got to say to the fans out there, man? We broke this fight down tremendously.
Yeah, I mean.
You still at your 25% red glove?
No, 26.
You went to 24, though.
No, I said 74 for Canelo because he's all in his feelings. Okay. Yeah. But I do want to say this though. Thanks for having me. And I've been missing doing lives because I have my little situation. I plan on jumping on more lives. Hopefully, Black's next live will be at a time where I'm not working. Because I enjoy it.
It'll be next year sometime, man. Don't worry about it. We got plenty of time.
But yeah, I miss
having us on though, Corey.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Y'all hit that like button.
They can follow you at.
Yep, UGC Flames. Subscribe. Hit that like button. Shout out to the Playback Gang and share it on y'all's platforms, man. Social media platforms, man. Support.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. This is Corey Lee Boxing, and you definitely been hit with another banger. Peace out, you guys. Thank you guys so much for the chat, man. This has been a hell of a live stream. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, you guys. Peace. Let's go. Playback Game.